Hey guys, the previous week the market gave us one of the cleanest setups, but this week in Emisha, what we found is that the market was quite choppy, especially gold. So what I focused on was a quality over quantity. Well, I'm just glad I caught some few moves early, but I also made one mistake that almost ruined my entire week. So in this particular video we are breaking down the exact trades I took, what went right, what went wrong, and my full market analysis for this coming week. One thing I'll tell you is that our previous week's market analysis were accurate. The same week to the previous week, which makes me feel like anyways, at the end I'll also show you some risk management tips as usual. That is our pep talk, which makes me to be a consistent trader here in Kenya. So guys, we're going to start off by looking at what we were anticipating last week, and here is the dollar. These are just the markups that we had, and we were like, prices are going to reach to that area and then come back all the way down. So basically prices actually just hit the right zones, exactly where we had anticipated, and they went our way downwards. Let's go to the number of trades that I took. Okay, I took 3 setups on gold. Let me shift this. A lot is happening on my laptop, so it'll kind of delay. Okay, gold. But I like how I look. Oh, for good. No. Might step out or maybe. Anyways, first of all, let's have a look at the trades we took last week. This week, there's the trade. Okay. Actually, if I told you the truth, I marked this one, but I did not get in. Yeah, I marked it, I did not get in. Someone had sent it in the community group, so I wanted to see, just observe the accuracy and all when it comes to market analysis, and that is how the trade turned out. So it was not, I did not execute it. The trades I executed were these 3. The first one was this on Monday, and one thing that I learned from it is I took an early entry, although I had said I'm going to look out for how the prices are going to react at these 30 minutes resistance. So the same trade idea is what I applied here, and you see the prices really did move in my favor. And then once the prices retraced, there's this lady who wants me to teach her some stuff, so I was actually practicing it. I wanted to tell her that sometimes with gold, even 1 30 minutes candle is enough to give you a decent meal for the day. So this is what I anticipated, and you see, so that makes me to have like just 3 trades as I said. Quality over quantity. So we have other setups that we could have taken when it comes to the yellow metal, like this one right here, but still I wasn't so obsessed with just getting into the markets, because any simple move you're stopped out, you see, and any silly move you are stopped out. So the mistake that I actually made last week that made me almost feel like it's just staying out of the charts. I missed out other trades, like this one. It was quite a long one. Someone had actually texted me and they were like, oh, hey girl, are you looking at the longs right now? And yeah, I had just set my mind that I am not going to trade again. Those were the trades. Once you decide, you've decided. So I was just observing the market and also looking out for the community, and you can check in the description for a link to my community. Just join other traders there. You share ideas and learn from each other. Even, yeah, you know, also check out the broker that I use. You can just click on it to get 100% bonus and start trading. So this one was sent in the group. Anyway, the other week there was another one that was sent in the group. I placed it here and we saw it was very, very accurate. This one flopped, but I still wanted to understand why. But also there was room for this trade, you see. Later on, I guess the entry time was the one that was not so good. So yeah, so that's it. Let's now do our weekly analysis. We're going to start off with the dollar. Remember what I realized, that you can actually even use the dollar with a US30. Yeah, US30. For those who normally trade US30 to do your negative correlations, and yeah, negative correlation with US30. USD, that one goes with gold when it comes to negativity, and by this I mean the opposite. If one is buying, the other one is literally selling. So at this point, even there's not much to change, because as you can see, I told you my internet is, yeah. So our weekly high remains, this should actually be here, but we start off here. Our weekly high remains right there, and the weekly low remains right there. Hey Nate, even if tutafanya kazi short, that I understand. Okay, so yeah, let's remove these lines. I had said we had a clear LTA right here. That's what I was anticipating for prices to go all the way down. So next week, what I'll be anticipating most likely is the prices might be pushed even higher. They may come up to this area up here. Well, my network has decided we're not going to do this. Prices may decide to be pushed even higher and then fill up this zone. So what I am expecting mostly is the filling up of this area, because we still have that clear. Well, as I continued doing the analysis, I realized that my screen recording had stopped midway and I had not noticed. So I just have to do just a little bit of the summary after this, and you'll just watch. It just sucks, by the way, so I'm sorry. So keep on watching to get it. Okay. This, okay. Yeah. So what I'm saying is the 4 hour, we have like a consolidation right here, and what you're going to anticipate for is prices to either close above or below here, and then we can have the move for the entire week. So we wait for Monday. So XUSD, that is the yellow metal. For the weekly, we are just anticipating for more bears right here. For DXU, let me just say I'm anticipating for more bulls first before we just close this area before, but we'll just have to wait for the particular reaction come next week. So these are the key zones to just watch out for. Okay, so more bulls and then bears to continue. Last week we expected bears and all, and yeah, that is what we had at the end of the week, because structure must be formed. So I don't know the purpose of that line. Yeah, I don't know why. So our weekly low for last week was kind of, let's see, is it mitigated? It was done away with, and prices came through down, and we had anticipated that if prices closed below here, we're going to expect more sales, but prices decided to go back here, and that's why we had this bullish move. So for this particular week, we are going to change our weekly low to right here. Let's remove this one, and we are going to have an adjustment of the weekly low right there. And so we're going to expect these prices if to do one thing, come or continue all the way down. So they are here, continue. Let me just use a different markup. So continue all the way down there, and then continue, go back to the top. We say DXY, we're expecting this, yeah, and then go all the way to the top. But remember, we still have our clear LTA right here. If prices closes below on Monday, if prices decide to close below this area right there, then we can anticipate them to move all the way down to our next support area right there. But in this case, mostly we're just anticipating the prices will continue down and then try to move back up. Okay, so EURUSD. EURUSD. And guys, please make sure like this video, shares out there, talk to me in the comment section. Yeah, I've always been telling you to check me out on my TikTok, but someone decided to ruin my account, so I'm currently staying just off TikTok until further notice. So for EURUSD, we just expect the same, a continuation. This was our analysis the other day, so the other week by one, as I stated, and it actually played out. Let me return it. It actually played out in the next week, so it doesn't want to move what I want. So anyway, so what you're going to do is we're just going to anticipate for prices to come back to fill these watts this week, and then most likely they may continue all the way down. Let me delete that, because you can see the previous weekly low, they closed below, and by that means there is a higher chance they're going to continue down. The next zone being right there. The first zone is here, but the next one is right here. We also have a zone here which you should look out for, but the main one is right here. So prices may decide to come all the way down because we have this clear LTA right there, or just hit this place and decide to go back to the top. Sawa. So that is basically what we are just looking out for the pairs that we are trading. Sawa. Okay, the last thing is if one thing I'm learning as a trader is that consistency matters than one big trade, because we find that a lot of traders focus on entries, but professionals focus on risk. Even if your analysis is good, bad risk management can destroy your account. That's why this week I'm focused more on protecting capital than forcing trades. Actually, last week in the community, I kept on telling them, do not force trades. Do not force trades. As much as I'm not giving signals, 120 signals in a day, the main goal is to always protect your capital. Okay, and that's our pep talk on risk management today. What is wrong with me? I am using, it is short and easy, and if you enjoy this kind of content, kind of transparency when it comes to weekly breakdowns, this video should just end. Subscribe, because every week I'll be posting live market analysis, traders breakdowns, trader psychology, and the real journey of becoming consistently profitable. Comment below what pair you're watching out this week, and I have people who are telling me to be doing live trades. Well, I might. So make sure we meet up on the next video. Love you, and I appreciate your presence. See you.